What's up, homies? Home slices.
Home skillets.
Home skillets.
Home skillets. It's a new one for me.
Welcome back to the show. We are moving towards Mirage, as written in my lovely book here. Marvelous stuff. Mirage. I don't think it was. I don't think it was a bad map for NIP in the sense of how they played. I think they just got their economy got ruined, and Fnatic were playing lights out, especially Crims, doing really nasty things to his Swedish buddies. So this, I think this is going to be a competitive match of Mirage. We've seen before that NIP are not shy to have very aggressive plays on their CT side. They've got really cool splits of the B apartment, which is weird to even say, because it's T's which do splits, but they will split it through underpass and a push in apartments on occasion. We saw that in the threat era. Hopefully that continues to be a thing in this iteration of Ninjas in Pyjamas. Where do you guys stand on this match?
I think this is going to be more one-sided for Fnatic. I actually was with you on the last map. I thought NIP would win, but for me, this is Fnatic's best map. I think a map that they could beat any team in the world on, so I expect them to have a good time.
Yeah, I think Fnatic are really well suited to this map, especially with the return to their identity with Crims's performance and the fact that he's still like playing his old role, which is the stairs position around connector. He does that incredibly well, and yeah, it's just a perfect map for them. You have a lot of ability on both sides to be very active around the map. And the thing that I love the most about Fnatic is they're really good at creating like a 4v4 or 3v3 or 3v4, something like that in the mid round. And then they're so good at making the calls and making individual plays, which just completely cripples teams that aren't ready for that. That said, NIP probably would be quite ready for it, knowing those players quite well, but still, massive edge for me for Fnatic.
No P250 for Ninjas in Pyjamas on the pistol run. Forest with a Molotov and a smoke grenade. Is the Molotov for the shadow position, perhaps because there are three people with a focus towards a early aggression on ramp and Palace from Fnatic. Are they guns out though? Yes! Forest with the double headshot. That is monstrous stuff. And Rez was close left, so I don't think he's been spotted with the bomb. However, that means there are two players around the A site, which should be quite telling for Fnatic.
Yeah, especially with the spot in the Palace as well. They're keeping 3 towards A, so they're reading this quite well at the moment. It's really interesting, actually, what NIP could decide to do, because NIP have still 5 players left, still Smoke and a Molly. So they have all sorts of moves they could do. They're actually going to tease us a bit. The bomb's running around in T-spawn as Fletcher gets a pick in Palace. They can still go to A as well with the delay, and that might be one of the smarter ways to do this now, and the bomb will make its way into the balcony, or rather, sorry, the Palace position.
You know what's really funny about that kill is it caused Fletcher to rotate out when I think the initial plan was to have Crims get a kill and die, and then, or just get all the way through, get info, but then cause a rotate. But since it's going to be A anyway, might as well be staying. Oh, wow.
Headshots being delivered by the Swedish team versus the Swedish team. Lekro. Go on.
Say that setup was a little weak because you see him on Balk looking towards A ramp. All he had to be worried about is Palace. He had a teammate in CT. That guy's just holding A ramp. He doesn't have to turn to the side. And he could have just either got a kill or at least had a chance.
Oh, that's a nice shot from Lekro, and he's making this winnable. No kit for him. Has to find 2 players, although one is very deep into CT spawn. He will draw them out. There's a trade fragger, but none is needed. Dennis with a 3K pistol. God! Sending Fnatic to church. It is Sunday after all.
He does deliver, round after round.
No meat Sundays.
Oh my god, the tightest of hangs.
That's insane.
It's almost as if he played that position just to spot so Rez could catch him after he takes a shot.
Double scouts for Fnatic on Mirage. Flusher and Crims. Always nice to, if you have a good spawn, to take that peek with a scout. The running speed is very satisfying if you land a headshot afterwards.
Always when jump spotting here, it's best to do it the way that Lekro's doing it, where you run to the side. So you show like very little of yourself. You jump like that, then you can just get killed.
Is the scout the most perfect weapon in Counter-Strike?
Like most well balanced? That's interesting. That's an interesting question.
I think it's there's a strong argument for it.
I like it. I don't think it's overpowered. I think it's very useful. It's fun. It's rewarding.
Yeah, it's satisfying to use.
And it serves like it's a very unique purpose. Yeah, I can see it.
Grenade from Ninjas in Pyjamas. The Molotov needs some more work, perhaps meant to go towards the sandwich position. Either way, it has failed, and now the scouts get activated. Crims allows a second shot, but no fatal damage done by him. 38 seconds as this execute comes through, so no bomb plant pressure just yet. Did Forrest see the footsteps? He certainly hears them. Willing to chase, willing to charge. He'll get tagged, but it's a 5 versus 2 now. Bomb planted for CT. JW looking for another knife, but Rez will escape for now. Peppered. Now JW will try to be the distraction as Lecro is still alive. Spotted towards top mid though. We'll see if he can pick up a weapon, or maybe try to reset the situation, but there is a flank from Get Right to take him out of it. 2 kills for JW, picking up a max 10 as well. Not sure how much you'll want to chase him with the AKs here. UMP though will be the point man. So all in all, a good round for Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Thick, solid, tight.
What?
It's terms to describe good players. So just NACS memes.
Okay. I'm from England, I don't understand these things. I said Twinkies suck yesterday and somebody called me racist.
That's kind of racist. Because that's usually meant to describe like a frail white person.
I know, but I was talking about actual Twinkies.
Yeah.
Not
Actual
frail white people. Okay. Alrighty then. I did know that. Because they were talking about me trying a Twinkie and be on a summit, and I said it was disgusting. They're like, hey, that's racist.
It is disgusting.
See?
Dan self-hating.
That's pretty good. That was a good one.
I just
That
can't
was a
imagine
great
the
one.
human body processing the contents of a Twinkie.
I feel like it's pretty easy because it's soft.
They lost
But
like
what is it
hundreds,
made
hundreds
of?
of years,
It's made
right?
of
Same shape
cardboard.
as your throat. Slides down.
Like if there was like a nuclear war, that would be like the 2 things left, right? Twinkies and cockroaches. With
Yeah.
2 things like ruling the planet.
Because there's so much processing that they could survive anything.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious. Buy round for Fnatic. No sniper rifle for them. Draken will perhaps have free reign of Mirage for this round at least, but knowing Fnatic's performance in a previous round, perhaps not. Double Molotov in the window. That is very curious. Wonder if that's a communication issue. Waste of resources. Get Right making it into the ladder room with the Mac 10. Knows that somebody's on Cat. Rez has to be careful here. Not a nice angle for him. Down he will go.
Oh
Big
boy.
presence in Connector from the T's, but is anybody there to take out Flusher? Yes. 4 versus 3. JW's pushed the ramp though and has the bomb.
Yeah, it's just a little bit awkward, honestly. I'm surprised not more damage was done in Connector. They are fortunate, they being NIP. Golden has to retreat to the fireboxes. Ironically, as he was on fire. Oh my god, they're defending very well here. NIP sort of just stuck in Connector. They can't seem to get back out, and as James mentioned, the bomb is stuck in a precarious position, and they're just getting bodied as they try to make their way forwards.
Dennis was massively baited by Get Right there. It's really annoying when you're creeping, the guy behind you is running and you get shot in the face.
So when you throw fast setups like that, you don't have a lot of time to get into the site that you're going to. So a lot of it relies on your opening kills, which they did get the first one. And then getting stuck in Connector, the problem from there was that their split got shut down. So when they didn't have someone to come up Palace or A ramp, they didn't feel comfortable fighting any of the guys on site because none of those spots were compromised. And that is what, like, one of the benefits and follies of the fast strat is you catch people off guard, but you rely heavily on the first and second kill to come quickly.
Dennis, the menace, pushing forwards as far as he can go. Golden's timing is very nice though, able to catch Rez, but he might not know anything about Dennis, but it seems like JW will find him anyway, so cool idea from NIP, but really nothing is going to go their way. Stuck with Draken in mid now, just trying to get some damage, but it would be foolish for it to be offered up to Draken. There's no need for Fnatic to go and hunt him. In middle at least at this point. They could try a slow contain though. And that's definitely a possibility. Golden could start pushing T spawn and try to hold him there.
Do you guys like the blurred scope?
Well,
what's to like?
Not really. I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's. I can see. I suppose they're trying to provide some balance by doing that, but it wasn't there before, right? So adding it is only going to annoy people.
Yeah, I mean.
So you have to kind of consider that.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that they tried to balance it up. A lot of people don't even agree it needs to be balanced, but even if you did, I don't know if there's anyone that said the op was imbalanced before they added the blurred scope.
Yeah, I feel like it's an artificial and sort of not very well thought out way to make the skill ceiling higher for the orb. But in reality, I think it only harms consistency in a weird way.
Yeah, I would say that I find it to be a nuisance because, I mean, you have moving accuracy anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, moving inaccuracy anyway. So perhaps it's like a visual cue, but if it's for that purpose, then you should be able to disable it.
Yeah.
Because there are some things which I can't remember which I like that which you can disable. Just like your crosshair can go. Some of your crosshair settings can go wide. Oh. That's a nice shot from Draken. We'll come back to this. See if he can make this play. He's seen the trajectory of the Molotov. The flash is there though. He will position himself onto the site, but now Flush has an off angle. Very good positioning from Flusher, understood the situation, and retakes B for his team. So while we have a second, like you have the crosshair settings where when you move it goes wider. I see it as similar to that for my purposes, and obviously you can have a different style of crosshair.
I like that logic.
Yeah, it just seems like they want to make the AWP harder. And it's just not a good way to do it. It's
just barely misses.
In the back, JW is very quick. The follow-up is easy as well. Now remaining is Rez. Coming from the pit position, and Fnatic likely don't have any idea, but they have everyone in position, so should be easy for them. Rez at least will get an AK for his troubles. Flash, or rather smoke onto Palace. How do you do this, Rez? Well, you don't. That's the answer. Golden takes you down. 3-3. Fnatic tie things up, and LFP starting to struggle, and now their money's gone as well. Great pick though, and a lot of players I feel like in Flush's position will die to Draken, as Draken like is so often I imagine done that routine. You get the pick on the jump spot, you rotate in time to know the guy is on exactly in that position on short. But as I think you said, James, Flusher had like the perfect response in the grenades there. Really understood the situation. Maybe Londus, you said that.
Wasn't me.
Or maybe no one said that. Maybe
it was me, but not grenades. Just like general positioning and well, including the grenades. But the overarching play. The pistols are being wiped up pretty handily, pretty swiftly by Fnatic so far, but there are 2 players remaining. Although one has a Glock, so limited risk there. Flusher gets the reload in. Draken really going for that deagle. Now he has the opportunity to do some damage. He has the bomb as well. Note how Fnatic retain their formation for the most part, making sure there are no giant gaps with which to get into a bomb site and plant the bomb. He only has a pistol after all.
I use this deagle skin with the flammable sticker.
As do I.
Really?
I called mine VY Canis Majoris.
I call mine burner.
Well then.
That's slang for guns in America. I don't know.
Burner is slang for a disposable phone.
Oh, we actually use that too.
Hammer is slang for a gun.
Okay.
Clearly you don't listen to enough rap.
I mean, I use burner for.
That's why my USP is called Hammer Time.
Hammer as in the function of a gun, like the.
Yes.
We don't.
Indeed. I listen to too much Styles P.
Yeah, so.
Got to get my hammers out.
It's kind of dated, but.
I was so afraid that.
It's not dated, it's classic.
Ooh, nice, another incendiary. Oh, the turning away! Golden can't quite adjust in time. And that's NIP straight into the bomb site as everybody's gone. They're gone. Oh, the quick flag is too easy for Get Right. Get Right's really far forward there. Crims likely never expected such a play. And NIP with an explosive round look to have found some kind of a solution here for Fnatic. Is Fnatic's money broken after this? They surely can't have much. No, or they, okay, they'll be okay, but they really need to save at least one gun.
There is a lurker, however. Ooh, that was a close one. JW holding Nangle in the jungle position. Should be okay. As long as he doesn't move, because there is somebody in the back. Ooh, the scope.
Scoping.
Did Get Right go all the way through from spawn to B-apps to underpass and walk?
I wasn't watching.
Crazy.
Yes, he did, is the answer from production. Eagle eyes. I wonder if that eagle is still alive that we found. Found an eagle with a broken wing in France, and we took it to a vet.
That's cool.
It didn't bite any of us. Seems pretty chill. It knew we were there to save it. We were like Captain Planet.
Captain Planet.
4-on-4. Fnatic have, sorry, 4-on-5, what am I talking about? Fnatic have lost a man in JW. 9 for 6 at the moment is JW. 1 for 6 is Crims. Perhaps he peaked on overpass. Still time for recovery though.
The NIP gearing up for the AE attack. You can see that slow mid control. They can, push res through connector. Draken is AWPing. He can stay in mid. Potentially hold off the rotation. Or play around the stairs on the connector. As the rest of his teammates push in onto the site. Crims watching with the AWP. This could be pretty strong if the timing works out. And if Golden holds his own, Crims can do a lot of damage. Golden is absolutely holding his own as they try to push the smoke, and now the Palace as well. And Golden's in position. Jumping up at an untimely moment will be... he will meet his demise at the hands of Get Right. 3-on-3.
There are 30 seconds on the clock. No more grenades for the CTs, no mollies, what I like, but they've got guns. 2 versus 2. Where is it safe to plant? Dennis is not quite sure. Got a gamble on the cat plant, and Draken will cover him just in case. Bomb is down, and now Draken can lurk in that position. Knows where one player is now. Where is the second one, though? Is he ready for this? Ooh, double peek. Misses the first shot on the high ground. They both rotate. Oh, that body's going to be a problem for him as well, obscuring his vision somewhat. Gets his bell rung, needs to move away just in case there is a grenade or a push, and there is indeed a push. The flashbangs are in, and he might be too far away to hear Lekro touch the bomb, but he's not trying to defuse it. He has no kit. I think the round's been won already. Lekro is still facing though, and there is the kill, so at least he'll get the AWP out of this.
Did they change the ragdoll so that they're not server side and not client side?
No.
No.
Oh.
So the ragdoll will potentially look different to him than it does for us.
Yeah, that is... I remember asking the Valve guys about that at one of the majors, I forget which. I think they just said they're aware.
If it means more frames, then I'm okay. Or more input lag or something, I'm okay with
I think they have a giant list of things that need to be done, and NIP have a giant push into the A bomb site. 4 players, but the counter flash is magnificent, and the isolation from the smoke as well. Golden, how is he still alive? You could get more out of this. Oh my god, that was disgusting. Straight through the wall in a shadow position, and NIP are in the lead once again.
JW will have to hit this shot to make this one work. And he's mollied out of position, that's how you do it. Or actually not quite. Not quite. Flusher's stuck on a CZ, I say that, but I feel like Flusher's still maybe one of the best CZ players in the world, so... And there you go. 1 kill for Flusher. That's pretty huge. That's one of them. Well, that was the most forward player. NIP sort of stuck in position here. Now JW surely knows he doesn't have the angle, trying to bait out the shot here. Using the knife to jump across, maybe bait out more shots to Bunny coming in. Oh, goes for it. That could have been it, but it's down to Flusher. 4 bullets. Oh my god, please. This is ridiculous.
No. Oh my god.
That was a close one. Went down to the wire, but Rez will finish things off. Flusher, ironically, in a position some people call get right.
Right there, that MP9 is like that gun in that moment is better than any other gun you could possibly have had.
Yeah,
you can't do that with any other gun, really.
It's true.
That's really nuts.
The most objective thing is that you can run faster.
Yes. And the moving inaccuracy is not. Is it the best on the MP9 of all the SMGs?
Can't remember.
I know the jumping inaccuracy is the best, but I forget about the moving inaccuracy. It's better than the Mag 10 at least. But that's what Get Right needs to do the damage against the deagling players of Fnatic. LIP actually turning it into a good T-side, I think, now.
They are on a stable ground. They're on the open roads, or are they? Lekro with the Deagle has picked up a weapon, and he has the bomb, and now he's smoked off mid, so this is quite the issue. Lekro is alone, however. These are dangerous waters. Oh! Ah! So awkward, and he's still got grenades. He's still got potential 1 versus 1s. The flashbang is avoided by Rez, but he spotted him. Lekro looking for kill number 4. This is so awkward for Draken with the AWP, forcing Lekro out, but how does he take the right angle here? Using all the grenades, and now he has to gamble, find good timing to walk into that smoke and pick up the bomb. Lekro's dropped off, so now Draken knows he can take the bomb for free, and off he goes.
That was... Huh. He actually just gave it up like that. He was obviously trying to predict the site instead, but the bomb was so close to him. I wonder...
Oh, is he selling the rotation? Oh, he is! Oh, it's so close! Both players basically in the red. Next bullet wins. Draken not afraid to peek. You got to respect the play. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Lekro is such a beast.
It's so funny because you can just tell LNK is like, no. No. How do we, like, panic mode, desperation mode? How do we play this safe? It's one guy with no armor and a deagle, but that guy's name is Lekro. Oh wow! Did that see like the bullet like kind of go for his
That was
face
very
there?
close.
Kind of like it headshot him. That was kind of nuts. Well, he's gonna get headshot in the end anyway. It was inevitable. It was written. It was written.
Printed on the tablets.
On the tablets.
On the sheet, on the tablet in my mind.
It was the tablets in the Mormon religion, right? Tablets found.
I feel like a lot of people use tablets. No.
I'm talking like Rosetta Stone and things like that, man. Not friggin' Microsoft Surface. Come on.
Oh, I was thinking tablets.
Of course you were.
Like stone tablets.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well, like, because it was like religious in
Yeah,
context.
stone tablets. That's what I'm talking. Do you know what the Rosetta Stone is?
An app.
Oh my god. I
didn't think it was a religious
I'm
artifact.
out.
I didn't think it was a religious artifact. I thought it was used for language. Artifacts used for language.
Yo. Isn't Rosetta Stone an app?
Nobody mentioned religion though. when was religion mentioned?
But I said it is written.
I'm done. I'm out.
And then you're like.
Through the pinstone and leaves through the sheet and the tablet on mine, because I ain't write stuff because I ain't got time.
Oh my god, Fnatic. What's happened? We've been talking about I don't know what. I don't think we got a consensus between 3 of us what any one of us was talking about.
Yeah, I have no idea why I was thinking the way I was, or what anybody else was thinking about.
Yeah, we had 3 separate interpretations of the same thing. So brilliant. Guess we were made to be sat next to each other to commentate.
I would definitely like some closure on this when James gets back.
Yeah, I have a pretty clear meaning. I feel like what he's talking about, I'm pretty sure it was an artifact used for translation of language, which is why it was then transformed into, in the modern day, used as an inspiration to help people learn languages, and is an app.
Is an app, yeah.
Was first a software that was used actually, I think even in the military, to teach people language. And then...
You're like Wikipedia.
But I was Wikipedia. Wikipedia, let's go. But I was trying to go biblical. I was going biblical.
Huh.
That's where I was going. It's getting biblical. Well, Fnatic on the... don't know really how you probably segue back into the game, but...
I'm still hung up a little bit.
Hitting that close.
I'll be honest.
It was a bit disturbing, wasn't it? It was almost a bit like we were all disconnected from reality because we were just all experiencing something, you know, subjectively.
Perception is so important.
Just, yeah. Well, the push will come in. Lekro has the eagle. The rotation's actually pretty timely here for Fnatic. They've got 3 players in place, but the headshots will fall the way of NIP. JW running around the bomb site with the CZ. It's only good for 1 and, well, 2 with the help of Golden, and it'll be Crims now left to deal some damage. But NIP staring at a really decent T-side score already, looking to get the 9th round. Unless Crims can do something magnificent. It would be truly magnificent. Well, now he knows he can likely move. The bomb was being planted. Perhaps he didn't, due to expecting them to be baiting him out with the plant, but has he got any information? I don't know that he really has. Oh! Crims, surely not! That was the hard one. That was actually the hard one. He could have made that work. That is... You just believe, don't you? You watch Fnatic, you watch NIP, you just believe.
Can we look at how many 1v1s there were in this match? I think there were 4. Sorry, I gotta bust out the mouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, okay. That's pretty...
And all in close proximity.
Yeah, yeah.
Almost all in the second half, basically.
3 players round A at the beginning of the round for Fnatic, peppering while JW plays close to the smoke. Not tagging his teammate somehow. Nicely done, nicely done. The bomb on a ramp, but is it starting to move away? Lining up some smokes, perhaps. Looks like the jungle connector smoke. Pop flash is in, and Get Right won't win that duel. 2 more players outside A. Rez moving through the underpass, it seems like. Man down on Ninjas in Pyjamas, and it looks like they might be forced to a plan B, but what will it be? Or Rez just waiting for the peek from Crims. The smoke into connector. So he'll single-handedly take mid control, or try to. It's a big grenade from a short position, but not big damage.
NIP have a huge affinity for these connector splits, and they've been actually working out quite well. I mean, the rounds come close, but they're constantly edging out advantages in the early to mid round here. They're doing another one. 4-4, this is very strong. It's good for Fnatic, look for information here, but again, if you do have this big flank, you should gamble on the rotate. They're finally getting out of there, but only after losing their solo man on A.
Yeah, Golden's actually pretty impressive as the sort of A anchor. It's a tough job to do against a team like NIP, but he's been doing fairly well. Although this round he wasn't able to get much accomplished, but side take has been effective for NIP in the end. Lekro and Flusher. Lekro's position might not be all that expected, and that's a brilliant start for Fnatic. They start to move forwards. Flusher wins his 1v1 as well. Lekro now trying to shut down the pit players, of which there are 2. Another grenade thrown over, and they must surely know they're both there at this point. Although, in Flusher losing his teammate, that might really seal the deal here for NIP, and indeed it will. Draken finishes off Flusher, and 10 rounds for NIP. The best case now for Fnatic would be 5, which is... That is amazing for NIP. It's been a struggle, but I didn't expect this.
Can we just note that in that retake attempt, Flusher just shot at Shadow randomly to distract while Lekro walked out of Palace, which was which may have taken the... I don't know if the player's sandwich was looking in the crack towards CT anyway, but it was a distraction play. And it probably helped contribute to the opening frag on the attempt, but the attempt failed ultimately, and that will leave 2 players on pistols for this round, the last round of the first half. There's a connector smoke being deployed from top mid. Learn it if you're at home. Very important smoke to know. 3 players top mid for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Note how they haven't charged down mid early, getting the smokes out first, and then it will be a slow and deliberate approach.
Do you have a video for that smoke, James?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I need to do an updated Mirage smoke Essential smokes. 10 smokes you must know, or something like that. People like numbers in videos.
Bardos barrage of smokes.
Not bad.
Bardos barrage.
2 players to find. Flush has spotted both of them. It's a very tight spot for him, and Crims will come to the rescue. And now Dennis will get taken down on the short position. 2 versus 5. An unlikely round for Fnatic. They are ill-equipped, but, well, is Lekro ever ill-equipped with a Deagle? Perhaps not.
Was Lekro standing in the side on the box there? Or
In the site, yes. On the box, I don't think he could peek from that angle if he was on the box.
because there's that like that lip you can then sort of slide up and then jump up onto the box in the site. I don't have a call out for it. And then you can
No,
look over
you need to be
canopy.
boosted if you mean the box next to default.
So
He was there, he was here.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
okay,
can boost
never
on the one on the back.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You can look over like the canopy and you get like a slight angle.
Oh, you mean the one you just walk up?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys call that position?
I suppose, well, I don't really have a name for it, because I would say, in terms of a traditional boost, I would say that would be the bench, but then you could just call it bench. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like if I'm playing B, I'll play that maybe like twice and a half. It's pretty dirty.
Yeah.
But
If
then
I've
often
if I've
something-
rotated with a sniper, then I'll often go there.
Fnatic B.
I like this. Just the rush B.
But look at the position of the CT side. They've got nobody in the B bomb site whatsoever, but they also have no utility. So how do they plan to retake this? It's an interesting gamble from NIP, but they do seem positioned for the retake. Dennis with a very early flank of the B apartments, and having the high ground advantage is really important for them, which may be why we have another Fnatic player offering support. Massive flashbang to take Dennis down. 3 versus 5 now.
Yeah, looking pretty damn good for Fnatic. I love that we saw the burst there from JW. Now Rez with all to do, all on his shoulders. His shoulders will buckle.
I have never seen a CT formation on a Mirage pistol round like that before. They literally had nobody in the B bomb sites. It's very curious indeed.
And Fnatic love going B on Mirage pistols. Calling them Pugs all the time. Fnatic B. And Pugs is just 5 armor rush, but
Yeah, it's really it's
it
very
makes people
curious.
think we're doing something organized, and then they get kills.
Once again, it's the full force buy, except this time Draken hasn't bought Kevlar. So that may have implications of him being naked with the AWP in the buy rounds. Seems the AWP is a bigger priority at the beginning of this match that, on the CT side than the last one. And maybe that is something to do with losing the last match as well, I don't know. But they've got 2 kills so far, and Forrest has made his way towards CT, spotting a jumping player. Re-peeking Lekro during his spray to get 1 more kill, so Rez is in the 1 versus 2. Long rotation though from the B bomb site. Made short moving through jungle.
Yeah, it's difficult to see him pulling this one off, but you never know with the CZ these days. It's also a very strong setup from Fnatic. The trade ability is very, very high and unexpected. So well played by Fnatic. They finish off the round, taking down Rez without additional losses. And NIP's money, of course, is terrible due to the loss of the pistol.
I think it's kind of an aside, but last season Fnatic were, I think it had like a 10-2 record. They were beating Fnatic, or beating Astralis, beating FaZe, and I think that was a really good launchpad for them moving into their offline tournaments afterwards, for them to play in ECS versus all the teams and have a really good season overall.
Connector smoke deployed. Connector has been taken. That is a very poor connector smoke, it must be said. But again, I throw it on 1080p where there's a consistent lineup, but some people use the trees, and the trees sway.
I think they use a glove lineup, or a nade lineup, or the glove lineup, view model lineup, I should say.
I line up my grenade with the aerial on 1080p classic, but if you're 4x3 or something, I have no idea how one does it, because generally your crosshair's in the middle of nowhere. I know Devilwalk used to line up grenades some grenades with the bottom corners of the HUD.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's creative.
I mean, like Bardolph Molotov and Cobblestone B, which bounces off the elbow of the statue. I'm still looking for some obscure point of reference because it's very precise. But the crosshair's in the middle of nowhere, so. Fnatic looking for round number 8.
I honestly wonder if they threw that top connector smoke like that on purpose so they could clear stairs but still be safe from the site or something like that.
That might be a possibility because it was quite reasonably off. So
it made me wonder that there must be a lot of smoke grenades that people learn to to throw slightly off to trick people into thinking, oh, they've messed this up, I have an opportunity. I feel like
it's moth to a flame sometimes. If you throw a bad smoke, you know they're gonna like, okay, we're throwing this bad jungle smoke. People will come to the side of the stairs and peek this. Let's go ahead and pre-fire this when we get a.
Yeah, people can't resist like the gap sometimes.
Because you think it's bad, like you think they mess it up.
Yeah, you think you have an advantage, but it's quite the contrary.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
players heard in the underpass. Very quick movement from Fnatic in this round, so NIP will have to look out for a boost in the window.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
Was that double nade?
No, single nade and a Molotov before it, so he must have been tagged. Dennis, got to be really careful. Maybe the smoke will help him. NIP must know that the boost is compromised. Forest and Rez, though, are trying to hold things together. Keep the strings taut.
Where is the bomb?
Underpass? No, it's deep.
Yikes, they
and that
messed the
smoke
smoke up
grenades
too.
Smoke them off. But now they could be flanked. Boost not working out. This is awkward.
This is so amusing. How do you MacGyver your way out of this one?
They have a Molotov.
Oh!
I can't believe it. He's actually given him a chance. Lecro's health was too low ultimately, but that was pretty special. Flusher. He's so good. They're all so good. Everyone's so good.
Oh wait, did Draken have Kevlar in that round? I don't know if he took. Okay, so I think he might have taken 100 damage from. No, but there was an assist. So he must have taken colossal damage from the grenades. I have no idea what happened. Anyway, he was dead. Very dead. It was a double nade after all. I only saw one on the camera, but there we go.
That was a really brazen peek by JW, just walking out of Palace. Does find an opponent straight away. Gets the frag, they push again into the, or properly into the A site with a follow-up kill, and this is really, really rough right now for the NIP side. There's not really much they can do. Saving is the best choice. We'll see if they can get any exits, but ultimately Fnatic have just walked into A. Sometimes that's as simple as it is.
There are certain teams that like to be aggressive in halls. There's a lot of, most teams though will send someone halls almost every round, but they won't actually push or peek. But there's a lot of ways that you can help your teammate get out of halls, you know, three, 4 times a half if you have the proper distractions. It's very hard to cover everything, especially if you can keep the connector guy busy. Sometimes actually walling him out is a bad idea because then he'll have nothing else to do. But to engage with him to make sure that he can fight connector and make him feel like he has a fight, then you know that the stairs peek, which is the most dangerous for the guy in Palace, won't be there.
Nice. Fnatic still playing catch up. Where are the rounds for Ninjas in Pyjamas? almost reaching 3 million points given away now. Okay, to make sure your YouTube account is connected to your FACEIT account. You can do that in your FACEIT settings. Go to integrations. And then make sure you're watching gaming.youtube.com/FACEIT. That's where the drops happen. Can NIP drop some plays in this round? Apparently they can. JW taken out. And that's an AK collected for NIP in a round where they really need these weapons.
Might just see Crims just go for it here. Will be tough though. Get right on the headshot angle with the CZ. So that's very difficult to deal with. Maybe Crims can find a timing. Ooh, we smoke! The timing is really good for Crims. Oh wow. Get right was wanting to walk in with the smoke. And Crims picked the perfect moment to peek out with it. So that might actually create some space here for NIP. You can see, or rather for Fnatic, you can see that NIP have gone ultra passive after the death of Get Right, and they don't have any forward positions more or less anywhere. And Draken tries to go for info, but he's gonna die. Worst case scenario, does get the information that there are players in middle, but what does that really tell NIP?
40 seconds remain. Denison, Rez heavily tagged. Nobody in the B bomb site, so at this point, will it be a save for Ninjas in Pyjamas? Will they look to get an early kill and proceed if they do, and bail if they don't? Seems they will bail altogether. Flusher looking to peek connector, and he might find himself some action. Perhaps, perhaps not. There's Rez taken out. NIP need all the weapons they can get at this point, but they are more or less fully invested in this round as well, so arid times to come. NIP in need of some water.
Water.
Okay.
Agua. No agua.
I didn't know the Spanish for water once, so I asked for water and I got a pint of vodka.
Vodka.
A literal pint of vodka.
Maybe they thought you were just asking for water in Russian.
I was asking for water for my friend who was really drunk, and I knew it was vodka, but I just gave it to him and didn't say anything because I was drunk as well. So he took a gulp and then just spat it on the floor. Good times.
That's actually one of the worst pranks, especially when you're thirsty.
It wasn't a prank, I was just hammered and didn't know what agua was.
Careful, I think it's got some agua in it.
Fnatic with the full buy, and NIP with the not full buy. Dennis, though, I mean, save the AK, will provide some level of firepower, but otherwise, not too much going on. Fnatic are given mids. Rez gets caught over top of the smoke. You would have imagined that he would have been able to have predicted that with that connector smoke, that he would understand he could be spotted from there, but never mind. With that kill, Fnatic will find themselves free passage up short into B.
Down Draken goes. Forest hiding in plain sight perhaps, suggesting nobody is there. Maybe waiting to capitalize on a bomb plant. Only one tap required from JW, and it does not seem like NIP will get anything out of this round, but the loss bonus is rising, and so is the tide, thanks to the likes of Fnatic. They've been a tsunami so far in this half, but NIP are back on the buy now. Look at the limitation, though, in the grenades. We'll see if that has a part to play. Draken's on an AWP. This time he's got Kevlar as well.
No kits either. Back to basics.
Pushing up, Draken offering support there for Dennis. Oh, actually whiffs the shot and Dennis goes down. Very unfortunate for Fnatic, for NIP that is. Prez will be able to do some damage. The repeat, the pushes from short as well at the same time. Both teams shoving all in middle. And Fnatic coming out with the Royal Flush.
Fnatic tried to boost into the window with 1:35 on the clock. I think that's maybe the fastest boost attempt I can remember seeing, which is pretty hilarious. 2 versus 3, this can easily turn around. The bomb moving away from the mid area, which may be a wise decision. There is a player ahead in B apartments, perhaps checking for safe passage towards the B bomb site. Flusher's in the ladder room, so the split to B seems likely, although when Flusher rotates to corner. Ooh, sound cues. Sound cues. He should hear both players moving into the B bomb site from there. Or perhaps not. Well, seems he will eliminate them anyway.
Wow. Flusher is just a beast.
He's the best player in the world right now.
He really is.
He's so good. I have to say Fnatic is such a fun team to watch. They just do the most outrageous stuff.
This was kind of sad though, because I think NIP had the right idea. I like them going for the big control because they needed to find the fights. They were low. They didn't want to get pushed on. But then Dracomus is like, you know.
That's the Dominoes effect right there. He had to hit that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Had to hit that. Because then Dennis won't die straight away.
P90 out mid, dude. This is so sick. Making your matchmaking dream come true.
Oh my days.
Like through his own Molotov, basically.
JW. How can you not be one of your favorite players? He is insane. He's living the dream, he really is. To play in such a fashion at top flight professional Counter-Strike, what more could you ask for? Hey guys, I'm going to buy a P90 Molotov myself in Connector. 13-11. How many rounds is this now in the second half for Fnatic, or rather for NIP? Just a 1 round for NIP. A dominant T-half from Fnatic so far, and we reached the closing stages. We are in the final quadrant of the match. 2 sniper rifles for Ninjas in Pyjamas, and again, Fnatic have made no bones of just charging through the underpass. That can be heard by the short B player. There is a Molotov. JW's in trouble.
So much utility in mid. Yeah, right. Can he see anything? Not quite. Oh, but now the smokes are going away. Does he decide to stay? He's going to drop down. There's 3 players. 4, 5 actually in middle, but 3 looking his way. Rez will get the kill on Flusher as he tries to move up short and try to create some space for his team, but the bomb is still down. And Fnatic still look for kills here. This is a kind of an interesting spot because NIP do have 2 AWPs. So I feel like NIP are in a really good position now. If you consider that Fnatic have no utility, I really favor NIP right now. If they are able to position well, they should be able to. They have somebody in the shop as well, so Fnatic shouldn't really be able to catch them off guard. You know, you could often find that in spots like this, maybe the T's could sneak a player through the vent, through the window, and then through the vent. But that should be impossible here. Fnatic is sending the bomb into B apps.
Oh no.
For once, Crims is not on point. That is a good thing. 1 player left in the B bomb site, that's Rez. Has he spotted Golden? He has, that's the bomb, 9 seconds. And that should be the round, although Lekro is still close. He's got to find his kill quickly though. And now it's too late, 2 seconds remain, and he may want to stay alive.
Oh no.
Nice hold from Rez, man.
Yeah, that was really nice. I loved how Fnatic handled it. They suggested A. Obviously, NIP had 4 players alive at that point as well, but they quickly suggested it was an A push. They made lots of noise and lots of stepping towards A. Quickly switched things up in towards the B push.
Yeah, they waited long enough. They knew that NIP might stack, so they decided to go through window to flank B and split it. That was a really good call.
Yeah, I almost feel like it's the best. Maybe the best call they could have made. So NIP were not presenting any holes really in their defense. They were very passive. But there was plenty of money left. I think Flusher had 16k. Yeah. Forrest did get the first kill though.
Wow.
Ooh.
He simply and politely walks down the ladder. Can he trade his teammate? Looking for Dennis on the stairs, but Dennis will hold his position. CT smoked off as the bomb starts to rotate in from the ramp with help in tow. Is there a push through the smoke? There is. Forrest charging into the middle of the site. He's had quite enough of this to pre-fire. And he leaves at 1 versus 4 for Crims. Manages to find 1 kill. Sprayed through the smoke, however. And NIP tie the score once more. Crim's had $10,000 post-plant, so there should be more pressure coming from Fnatic.
Yeah, Crimson Flusha, both extremely rich. They've got enough money to buy for the rest of this game, it seems like. Almost no matter what happens at this point. Good opening frag. Actually, just a great round overall for Forest.
Super tight match at this point. And Forest makes the jump across. Very hard to do that consistently. Pushing the smoke. Wow. That Crow spamming it. Forest will not be happy with that. That is very disappointing, especially at a scoreline like this. I love the fact that he had the guts to go for a play like that too. At this point. Take a lot of damage there.
Yeah.
I love the flashbang from the ramp to allow the Palace peek, and the fact that Sliggy showed all of that to us was awesome as well. The build of a round. JW just caught. Just having a recreational time with his AK-47. 3-on-3 now as the bomb moves up the ramp with one player in tow, but the split is going to be a problem for what remains of NIP, which is Draken. 1 versus 3, missing the shot, and it's gone. Everything's gone for NIP now. The lost bonus. Look at that money.
You gotta buy.
It's a mess.
They could save one and still be broke, so. Let's have it then. It's terrifying, man. Fnatic, they just keep lurking. They just keep aggressively lurking, and it always works versus anybody on this map. Oh, they're not buying. They really won't have too much next round on 1 round loss.
Well, they'll have more than they'll have in this round. I wouldn't buy in this round. But I wouldn't have bought like Deagles and stuff either. Because that's money you really need in the next round. Let's see.
Unless they did some really good maths, but I totally see that as well.
So
oh, they got that. Yeah, off 1 rifle. Yeah, like Rez bought a pistol, right?
Dennis bought a Desert Eagle.
Okay.
But that could be a kit and a flashbang in this round.
They picked
for
up helmets,
example.
so
Yeah, at this point, I don't know what if the investment is worthwhile, really, in the previous round. At most, I would buy a P250, but, I mean, again, it's kind of pointless at that point.
I didn't think their buy would be this good, though. Bad at maths.
very fast push from Fnatic. They want to end things off with a bang, but it's Draken who will be putting an end to it so far. It's still going to try to make its way in this push from Fnatic, and it might be successful. The pop flash, very nice from Lekro. Opened himself up to Forest though by Connector, and that falls into a 2-on-2. There's over a minute left, and the bomb side actually claimed by JW. Can Forest clutch to save his team?
Critical frag right there. Draken's missing a lot this game.
Yep.
No kit for Forest. And again, maybe those pistols purchased in the previous round could have meant a kit here, but will it even be necessary? We shall see. Forest with the one tap. Down to Forest versus Golden now. Did he see his movement there? He spots him around triple. Going for the spray. Golden with a Molotov out. Going back to the gun though. That clock is ticking, and again, no kit for Forest. He's got to really speed things up here. Molotov on the bomb, and he'll get the kill as well. 16-13 for Fnatic on Mirage.
Damn, that was tight at the end. It's a very close call, but it has to be stressful as hell playing against Fnatic. The way that they play their T side. And there was a lot of 1v1s that NIP managed to come away with in the first half. That gave them a lead to begin with. So. Think how much more worse
question mark
the game could have been if not for those rounds.
Yeah, they played very well. It's really interesting. Like this map could have gone either way depending on the day. Basically, that's really at least how I felt about it. I think with NIP as well, we did see that if you're comparing individual level and like where you expect it to be, I think on average all the Fnatic players, I felt like they were sort of as expected, whereas NIP Draken's a bit shaky here or there. So you know, on a better day individually, you know, that can make a difference for NIP and some of the clutches. Like it's a very close game for me. I think both teams showed a very good fundamentals on the map at the very least. So very cool to see. But look at Electro go.
Almost, well, beyond 3,100 damage again. A standout performance from him, but not only him. That was a great game of Mirage to watch. The mid area, a very dangerous place if you are against Fnatic, and fortunately perhaps that is over for NIP. They'll be now facing Astralis, another very dangerous team who haven't dropped a single match yet in ECS. Can they continue their clean sheet? We will find out in just a few minutes. Stay tuned, back after the break.